Today I'm going to share with you 3 different toning formulas, when I use them, why I use them, and some things I've learned along the way as I've started working with TBH. So if you are interested in TBH as a toner and a color line, you're going to want to stick around for this one. Hello, my fellow stylists, enthusiasts, and friends. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. I'm Maureen Moody, and I'm the Curious Stylist. And if you're curious and nerding out on hair color is fun for you, you may want to stick around. And to all my returning subscribers, you all know we're color geeks here. I've done a couple of videos on TBH, which I will link later on in this video. For the most part, you know, I've been working with it and I'm still kind of finding my way around it, but I'm very happy with the results I get from TBH. Or toning secret number 1. If you have been around with me for a long time, you already know I love a shadow root. I have my 10 top tips for toning and application. You might want to check that video out. When I am shadow rooting somebody that is going to be a bright blonde on the ends, but they still want like a smudgier root and they want it nice and ashy, I love TBH's 8-06, 8-19, which is an ash violet, or I'll use a 9-06 and an 8-19. Those two together make the most beautiful, natural, like towhead blonde that you have ever seen. When I do mix it, I mix it 1 to 1 to 1 with the tone softener and 6 or 7 volume from Schwarzkopf. When I'm using it as a glaze, as a root shade, I will mix it 1 to 1 to 1. Again, I start off with my tone softener. I don't want to mix anything more than like 15 grams of, I would say 20 grams of color. So I would use 10 grams of this and then 5 grams of my 819 and 8-06.
I also want to talk about TBH's 716 and 916. I use the 716 as her root shade, blonde, and look at how towhead it looks. It's just so pretty.
My favorite TBH is for blondes, and especially on the ends. I love 10-19 and the 10-51. And they also have a 10-56, which is their chocolate, 10-gold chocolate. Now, if you know me, then you know I like to mix things around and make, you know, all different kinds of glazing formulas. But let's say I've got somebody that I'm a little concerned about. They've lifted to a very light 10, but I don't want them to get too ashy. Well, then sometimes I will put like a quarter of my color formulation. So like literally it would be like 3 grams of the 10-56 and 7 grams of 10-19. And that's gonna stop it from grabbing too ashy. So and you can sometimes mix those two together equally, 10-19. And I had to use my 10-15. Now this is a gold with an ash. And when I use this on my girlfriends, who I lifted to a nice 10, she looked like Barbie blonde. You know that Barbie blonde, and give you just the right amount so that it literally looks like Barbie's hair. So when I am using a blonde, but I want it to be pretty but not over the top, I will use this. It's absolutely stunning. If you are finding value in this content, please smash the like button and subscribe. I make weekly videos. My favorite toning formulas for TBH when I am using them on my caramels is their 8-56, which is a gold chocolate, 8-06. That one's great. I also like the 7-47. That if you mix the 7-47 with the 8-16, that is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous together.
I'm going to be doing a video where I'm toned with the 8-56 and the 7-47.
I'll do 6-06, 6-46. Those colors are absolutely gorgeous together and work well as a root smudge. You could even use a 5-06 with 6-46. And when you mix it with the tone softener and 7 volume, it is absolutely stunning. And on the ends, I will use the 8-56. And those colors are gorgeous. So those, or the 7-46 in the mix as well. And again, when I mix my toner with TBH, it's 1 to 1 to 1. So I will start with the tone softener first and then make sure to very carefully not mix too much of the other colors. So when I'm doing my chocolates, those are generally the colors I'm gonna go towards.
I find TBH's 9-16 is fantastic for your brunettes that want a more ashier blonde on the ends.
Here's the bonus. These TBH line, if you watched my videos when I was talking about product information on Schwarzkopf glazes, you're going to know that these are higher in ammonia. These are considered high lift colors, so they do have more ammonia, and the ammonia helps to lift the color a little bit more. So when I am mixing this color, they suggest, well, they suggest you don't use these on the ends. But if I shear it out a lot, and I tend to shear it out, it kills the opacity and the strength of it. So I will mix 1 part color to 2 parts tone softener and 1 part developer. And that's going to kind of shear out the color so that it doesn't overwork itself on the ends. So I do like using that, and I do like the results from it. So those are my 3 top tips for working with TBH. When you're using the 10 line, it makes for a beautiful toner, but I do like to use double the amount of tone softener. And my bonus tip is that if you don't have tone softener, or you don't want to buy it, you don't have to use it. You can use double the amount of peroxide. So you can use 1 part your 10-1, 5-1, and you can use 2 parts developer. That is just, it's going to help to shear out the product more, and it basically works the same way. What I like about the tone softener is the inactive ingredients in the color tube. So it is the very conditioners and buffers that they put in the color tube to help that product to be driven into the hair. So that is my bonus tip when you are working with TBH. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. I make weekly videos. And you're gonna want, next week, I'm gonna be going over my three ways that I use a Gore Royale and my formulas when I'm using it. So I'll see you next week. Bye.